This is the catch, right? If you're able to say your name out, and I can pick your name from the crowd, you're getting a gift from me. So on the count of three, just echo your name, and if I can pick your name, I'm going with the gift. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like I need to prophesy now. Who's Esther? Esther, please come forward. Yes, this is yours. Okay. Is anybody named Samuel here? Samuel. Okay, we have 3 Samuel. Marcusson, pick one of the Samuels. Okay, white guy, please come forward. Please put your hands together for Samuel. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have one more and 3 t-shirts. I'm going to get back to it. Okay, let me. What's your name? Please, call. If you need anything, you ask. I believe that's how they say it. But I'm going to give you a t-shirt instead. Yeah, so this is yours. All right, good. So let's go back to it now. So the catch for the rest is that at the end of the session, because I'm going to run it in the next 10 minutes, and if you have questions, you're going to go with the gift. So pay attention so you can have questions to ask me. Are we good? All right, so let's proceed. Okay. So this is a workshop. And the way I like doing my things is that because workshop naturally is if you have, in an ideal sense, if you have a car and you want to go for check-in, you go to the workshop. Whether it's faulty or not, you go to the workshop. So you could check if something is wrong with it or not. The same way I take workshop, that's the same way I take, because in the workshop, when you take your car to the workshop, after living there, you feel the car feels very good. So in a human sense, after coming to a workshop, when you're leaving, you feel motivated. So the reason why I don't just jump directly into a workshop, I like to make sure that we are on the same line of thoughts. Because I used to say that I don't like motivating people. When you come to me, normal term, I've been motivating you, that kind of thing. I don't like doing it to you. Because if you have a moron and you motivate a moron, you're going to have a motivated moron. Do you get? So you need to make sure that they are aligned properly in the path. Make sure you know what they are thinking, because you can motivate someone and the next day you go and rub Zenith back and they will catch you. Right? So I like to make sure that we are all on the same path before we start anything. So the very first thing I'm going to tell you today is work harder on yourself than you do on your job. The ultimate essence of having a personal workshop. Whatever we're doing here can be generic, but the most important thing is that every one of us need to have our personal workshop. And that is you working harder on yourself than you do on your job. Because your job can end today, but you remain. So if those of us are still working or still trying to get to work, make sure that you put more energy on yourself than you're doing on the job. Alright, so what we're going to be talking about is shipping reusable code, how to create and publish your own NPM library. How many of us here are developers? Okay, how many of us use NPM install? Right. So I built a component one time, and I use it in most of my projects. It's a searchable component. So I like that component a lot. So any project I'm doing, I just copy that component and put it into the necessary components. I work with React and everything JavaScript, right? So I like copying those components. But I thought to myself, why not just make this a library? So when I go to my next project, I just do npm install BTG's searchable component. And once I install it, I can use it like that. That was why I wanted to study, to discover how to create your own npm package. By the end of the day, the plan I had was, if there was a proper time, you that are with systems are going to publish a component that you're going to use for your projects. So let's just get right into it. That's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you how to run your npm install, and So let's put our minds back together. Why build an NPM package? Share a reusable logic with the world, which is very necessary. It feels good when you share your component that you built a local storage component where you can easily just store tokens or restore tokens, and you built it called Jameson storage, and you share the link to your friends. Your friends do NPM install Jameson storage and are beginning to use your package. It feels good, right? So that's why you need to build your NPM package today. Tell somebody, build your NPM package today. Showcase your engineering skills. Great for open source contribution portfolio. It's surprisingly simple. When I went in session, I was like, so in the next, in 30 minutes, I could build my NPM package. Now, I need to show this out to people. People need to know that it's very easy to build an NPM package. Really, I wanted us to do a live coding session, but now condition make crayfish bend. That's how they say it, right? So we can't do a live coding section. So I'm just going to be showing you codes from slide. So I'm going to share this slide anyway to you guys. So that's the GitHub repo that we are going to be copying some of the files from. I don't know if there's enough time, but I'm going to share this slide with everybody at the end of the session. So let's just go into it. It's very easy to understand. So we're going to be building Copify. And what is Copify? Copify is just a simple copy to clipboard package. You know, when you're using your normal JavaScript, you have to do navigator.clipboard. You know, people that are using JavaScript a lot to copy, and so Copify. What I did, Copify was like you install the package, and when you click on copy, it brings out a toast. For the purpose of DevFest, it brings out a toast that you can easily use and customize the toast, the position of the toast, and everything. So those of us that are using React a lot, we have so many toasts: React Hot Toast, React Toastify, and a lot of those kind of toasts. They are very easy to build, and you can create your own and publish it out there. So first thing first, you open an empty repo, just open an empty folder. Those that are working with it are very smart. It's very, very easy. If those are working very smart, you can just, on your command, after opening an empty folder, on your command, just initialize your folder by doing your npm init-y, which we know creates a package.json file. Now, after that, these are all the dependencies you need to just install. That's it. You install your TypeScript, tsop, types React, and types React DOM. The reason why we're installing types React, types React DOM, so that we can have access to React component like use effects, use callbacks, and the likes. And tsop is also like a bundler, just like we have TSC, TypeScript, and we have ESBuild and the likes. It helps compiles your TypeScript code into JavaScript codes. I'm trying to be very, 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 very minimal with the terms I use. Please forgive me if I'm using terms that are not really, really. All right. So these are the definition of terms because I can understand. Go back. Okay. I usually charge money to go back, but no problem. All right. So this slide is very explanatory. Once you get the slide, you can change the world. All right. So these are the definition of terms. So the next thing you do is create tsconfig.json file. If you're a front-end person, you should know that we have config files, right? If you're a front-end person, you know we have config files. So the next thing is you create your tsconfig file. That repo I sent to you contains your tsconfig file. So just copy and paste, and that's your tsconfig file. Most of the explanations, most times when we use tsconfig file, we don't even know what is inside, what they mean. We just, on your React, you just go ahead. It's working. But these are like the meaning of most of the things you see in your JavaScript project and the likes. Let's move on fast. Okay. Then what is tsop? I explained tsop. It's also like I've explained what tsop is. It's built with Go 10 times faster. So let's go. TS setup. Now, how many files have we created now? We've created tsconfig. The next file we're creating is ts setup. That's the second file we are creating, and that's pretty much all you need to create for the files. So this is what you need to create, and these are the explanations to it. Then update your package.json. If you go to npm page, you will see most of the things you are seeing there. These are the things that you're going to use, your description and everything. If you go to your npm now, search for @elitedecode/ okay, don't worry. I'm going to show you. I published one because of this lesson, but let's just go ahead. Then this is where you build your components. So we are using a copy to clipboard component. Simple. This is very easy. This is very easy. So after you do this, that's pretty much it. So after you've done your components, you run build, then you can either use it on your local or publish it. Right. So before publishing, we create an npm account and everything. So we mainly run build and do npm publish. It takes you to your own npa page, and when you publish it, you are good to go. Then your package, when you now search at betatechguy/copify, you're going to see your package on the npm page, and you can copy it and install it in your system. So if you have component that you like using always, run your npm install and publish it, so you can be using your npm package. It's very easy, right? So that's pretty much everything there.